Okay, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So, I don't know what that was. Basically, my OBS had decided it wasn't going to have my actual default settings enabled. So, yeah, there was no audio, as far as I'm aware. Hello there, guys. So, we have AT. How you doing, my dude? Doug, how are you? And Andrew, welcome to the stream. I found a workaround for the animations. You jump and you move the window over just a touch to the left and no longer skips. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it is a little bit of a workaround. It's just, I don't know. I suppose it's easy when it works every time. Aye. I mean, it definitely is a workaround. It's nothing wrong with doing it. I'm not saying it's not something that can be done. Also, no sound, really. Right, that's strange. Okay, that's really weird. Like, I'm seeing sound on my side of the microphone. I'm not seeing desktop, which is strange. Oh, there we go, we got sound? Okay, that's good, that's good. I suppose the stream has to catch up. Okay, that's fantastic. I don't know what caused that, actually, that was rather strange. Hello there, Carl, how you doing, my dude? And Cassie, how you doing? Okay, so, we've just loaded the latest turn, we're on turn 35. Okay, yeah, I'd say refresh the stream. That was rather strange, actually. Anyway, moving on. Let's take a look here, we'll sort by severity. Okay, so we have obviously the issue with the vehicles, which is always going to be there. It's interesting to see that the Mutsu and Isi have completed their repairs. I mean, they only had some light damage. Basically, I suppose they needed maintenance after being at sea for such a long time. So that's good news. It seems Shanghai has actually expanded to a level 8 port, which is actually quite a big deal. That's actually a very large deal there. Let's see. So yeah, Isi and Mutsu have repaired. We are going to have about a week or so, maybe longer, for Kiributai and Bushido to, well, really do their maintenance and just to recover. The carriers are ready to go, but we are training on the crews. We're just waiting on the replacement planes to arrive there to the task force, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so the minefield is apparently gone at Singapore. That's interesting. Now, how would I even test that? How do we have that information? I'd love to know. See, if the minefield is indeed gone, I could take the risk of actually sending a bombardment force into there, such as battleships. But at the end of the day, I don't want to take the risk if those mines aren't gone, because I can't imagine them being gone. Or I suppose a minefield could have dissipated over time. It is a possibility. Okay. So can you guys hear the music in the background okay? Is that loud enough? Is it coming through? Can we check this ship's sunk? I want to see the points of plane transport costs. Okay. Oh, yes, that auxiliary from the last stream. Okay, sure. We'll take a quick look. So we'll go to our information tab over here. So intelligence. And ship's sunk. Let's sort by the allied forces here. We'll sort by points. Okay. Yeah, that ship was definitely worth a lot. I really wish we could have hit the Queen Elizabeth. We did hit her with one bomb, but clearly not enough to take her down. That is the Kitty Hawk. So the Kitty Hawk is actually worth quite a lot. It's actually worth more than a light cruiser, so that is actually a surprisingly important ship that we just took down there. Yeah, she's actually worth more than the Durban Dragon and Danae. And the Keldon too. So she's actually worth a considerable amount. True capacity, cargo capacity. Yeah, she did have a good cargo capacity. Did you catch my message about fixing the jumping animations? I did indeed, Okay. Now, I do have a request from one of my patrons, and that is to rename one of the ships after them. So I'm going to rename the Nagato. So I'm just going to bring that message up over here so I can get the name right. And let's find it, Nagato. Now, where is she? Okay, you shouldn't have been out of port. Retirement should not be allowed. Okay, remain on station. What is the size of the port over here? So 3. So yeah, they need to go back to track. We'll set that home base to track, and then at least we'll not have these issues. Set home port to truck. There we go. It's a shame we've missed a little bit of rest, but that'll be fine. Okay, mission speed. Oh, this is Bushido Task Force. Okay, that's not so bad then. The main task force is the one that I need rest in predominantly. Oh well. So yes, we're going to change the name over here. In just a moment, just need to find the actual name I should be going for. So Sun Yan. Okay, Nagato. How does one change said name? I think it may be... Let's see. You know what, I actually cannot remember how I changed it. Is it only possible for... Let's see. I'm sure it's damn well possible. Okay, well. Right. We'll call this the Sun Yan Task Force then. There we go. It's not quite the Nagato, but it'll do. I think that's a good reward. So there we go. Again, if you guys are patrons and you would like to have some kind of reward, then do let me know and I'll try and do my best to bring that about. Didn't think you could change your ship name. I'm sure you can change your ship name. I just can't remember how. So we changed... I think it might be the task force name I'm thinking of. Yeah, it would be the task force name. Okay. Let's take a look at Bushido then. Kirabuta, I should say. So Bushido is over here. So that was the auxiliary carrier force then. Okay. How many days are we looking at for these replacements? Seems that we do have some major engine damage over here, so that is definitely going to be useful to be in port for this. So these zeros. In reserve, draw one from the reserve pool. Okay. Replacements are on. They're not set to upgrade for the time being. Okay. Need some idea of how long we're going to be waiting here. We do have a good amount of aircraft here. Hello there, Snake. How you doing, my dude? Right. Okay. So what we need to take a look at is the actual squadrons, I do believe. So we'll take a look at the zeros. Take a look at the planes. 18 ready. We do have 2 in reserve, that's interesting. Aircraft data. How about the pilots? No, it's not what I'm looking for. I can't remember how I saw the replacements. I think the replacements will be here in a few days. Who's your most experienced pilot / most kills? I'm sure we'll be able to take a look at that actually. Right, replacements. Right. I honestly can't remember how I saw it last time. Okay, average repair time. Now, see, we're seeing a delayed replacements over here. Current delay is 5 days. So why am I not seeing that for these zeros? Okay, potentially no delay. And what did I miss in the last stream? Well, we did have some success in China. We've also had some setbacks. But the 38th is kicking ass in the south of China, so that's pretty good. Okay, replacements delayed. Yeah, so we can see that we do have one in maintenance. I'd imagine they're slowly but surely arriving. I'm just going to have to wait a couple of days, then I'd say. Which is easy enough, easy enough. We did achieve victory over here, finally. We are setting out to destroy this force over here, which will be great. Go to the pilots. The pilots of the task force over here. Yeah, maybe get the zeros right away. Yeah, we definitely have to do it at port. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go and take a look at the pilots then. So of our zeros, let's sort by kills. So we have Asada. Oh, wait, no we don't. So we have Karabata. He is our most experienced. Well, he has the most kills. Okay. Missions 41 missions there. So he's definitely the most experienced. He has, I know, 43 missions over here. But 0 kills as of yet. Experience is pretty good. He's pretty decent. So we have 3 kills so far. We'll check on the next carrier. Okay, so 2 kills over here is max. Shikaku. 2, yeah, that's pretty decent. They are losing a little bit of experience, so this training is going to be really needed. So yeah, we need to set everybody to this actual training here. Set our carriers. Okay. They all need to be on the training for the time being. In fact, let's make sure everybody's on the training for this. We need everybody to be training. It's a missed bag with XTRG, more good than bad. Japanese carriers can only get replacements in port for planes. Allies get transport carriers solely dedicated to reinforcing carriers perpetually operate at sea later on. That's pretty awesome. Yes, we'll check the... Okay. We'll check on the Philippines in a moment. Apologies, I'm just having a few messages. It's we're giving my little brother his birthday present, but I didn't realise, so I've started, and I should have waited a little while. Oh well. Train 100 button. Yeah, we'll make sure... Well, I suppose we could do the train 100. I mean, that would make sense. Let's make sure their range is 0, so that they're obviously not going to use any fuel. Just make sure everybody's set to that. Go back to these zeros over here. Right, escort. Sweep would be a good one as well, to be honest. There we go. Now the Kates. Right. They obviously need to be set to using torpedoes. So training. There we go. So they're going to do a good amount of training. You can release the pilots apparently. Can you train them with others? You could indeed. I want to see if there are any aces. Yeah, we'll take a look then. So I think we can do that through our information. So list top pilots. So you can see here our top pilots in the entirety here. Obviously going to sort through Imperial Japanese Army and Imperial Japanese Navy. Okay. Yeah, so... let's see. Yamada Detachment. Where are they based? Kotobaru. So yeah, we've had the most kills around Kotobaru, obviously, as we've been dealing with the Blenheims. Over successive raids, really. Right. The training escort is good for raising air skill. Sweep is good for raising defense, especially altitude. Okay. Sweep is used to establish air superiority over a target. That's very true. See, this is the thing here. I think with the fighters, we need to just keep the escort skill really quite high. You send your fighter skill any combat air patrol. Yeah, that's very true. See, I do have some squadrons set towards the sweep. I'm using these ones in the Philippines towards the sweep more than anything. See, they're set to training, but they're not doing any training. Right, replacements delayed by about 5 days. We do have a couple of them in for maintenance here. Yeah, a couple of them in maintenance too. One of them's in for repair. So we'll have them for training at this time. I'll do the same with the other squadron. Replacements delayed by about 5 days. We do have a couple in reserve here. Yeah, this squadron's taking them all in. Let's make sure they're training. I also don't want them to be going out there with that range, because if they get caught up in a actual fight, it's going to be a disadvantage. Ah, what's up there, Christoph? How you doing, my dude? And this is what I suspected it was for the Japanese setup. He has a few set up there for Manila, and seems to suck at the enemy combat air patrol. That's very true. Okay, we'll take another quick look, actually. Let's see. Ah, Hiru. So that's obviously our carrier pilots. Yeah, Hiru seems to have a few of them. Zuikaku has quite a few. Shikaku, that's pretty decent. I'm very much looking forward to when we have more of the actual squadrons available. How about Haruna? Yeah, that's very true. See, we do have some damage over here, so she is going to have to go back to port. I mean, she does have some flood damage. She's actually sustained somewhat decent damage, I suppose you could say. She's been hit by about 2 torpedoes. The first one was repaired, so we are going to have to go home and repair this again. Do we move at a slower pace? I think we will do, just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. So we'll move at a cruise speed. She does have, what is the AA rating of this over here? So 2,000. It's not the greatest, but should be moving out there, so that's pretty decent. Do you have any high altitude interceptors to catch the B-17s? The same 3 Ki-27s keep attacking them. I suppose, let's take a look. We'll take a look at the actual altitudes of the Zeros over here. That'd be a good thing to do. Right, these guys over here are actually pretty bloody useful. So how many do we actually have here? We have just the one. It's on Naval Search. I think what we'll do then is we'll have you transferred out of here to another base. That could be quite useful. So I'll move you to the base at Samar for the time being, and then we're going to move you out into, ideally by Kiributai. Did you do all the CV plane squad upgrades earlier? The resets plan? I've not actually. Lane transmission, if you have PDU on, you can get some decent planes that can disrupt allied heavy bombers. That's very true, actually. We are going for the player-defined upgrades. Right, that shouldn't be shown still there. I think that's just obviously because it's moved and it's not registered yet. Okay, so we do have a shitload of these things. Right, if we set that altitude to 32,000 feet, we might have a much better chance here. Let's see, their range has been increased as well. They're on escort. Now, let's see, I could move them to Kotobaru, which might be a good thing. God damn, Norbert, you've made my day. Thank you there, dude. That's actually a really sizable donation. Thank you very much. That's a hell of a donation there. Did you get the Lexington? You know what? We actually don't know where she is right now. We're under the theory that she might have returned to America, because honestly, we've had zero, absolutely zero, just activity. I've not seen anything resembling the Lexington or indeed any other carrier. Which is both a terrifying thing and also a magnificent thing. I suppose we're making hay while the sun shines for the time being, so we'll carry on with that. Okay, 0 being the best of the 3. Yeah, okay. So we're going to transfer these planes. Let's see which base they're at. They're at Singora, I do believe. Yep, the Ki-27Bs. And what's the armament of the Ki-27? It's pretty pathetic, to be honest. It's only machine gun. But in all honesty, I'm going to transfer them to the base closer to the front, just because they can be quite useful. I do need that bit of cover. She's Indonesia. You know, that'd be rather interesting if she was in Indonesia. That could really screw a lot of my plans. So we do have the Ki-43. Now, the Ki-43 does look like a much more formidable aircraft. She's actually armed with HMG as well, which, well, heavy machine guns. I suppose heavier machine guns. Not much of an armament. Which is not too bad. How many of these bad boys are we producing? So this plane, the Ki-43 Oscar. Let's take a look. Right, air production. I suppose that would be the army. We'll go by the 35s. Was it the 2B? Yeah, is that the 1B? That's the 1B, okay. Right, the 1B. Let's see, status available. Here we go, the 1Bs. Yeah, we're not actually producing any of those at the moment, which is obviously due to the fact that we changed over that production to 0 production, more than likely. We can actually see that directly if we go to the industry screen, and we'll take a look at what we are actually producing. Because this could be... let's take a look, actually. Let's take a look at the actual army aircraft that we do have. Because we might choose to actually resurrect some. We do have some nades over here. or nuts, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so I'm going to transfer them. Well, that's a remarkably high combat air patrol. Have that about 30, 10. Have that altitude up. I mean, 38,000 feet is actually very respectable. They don't have a terrible range at about 6 hexes without the drop tanks, so that's not too bad at all. So we'll transfer the 64th Sentai Squadron there. Okay, let's see. What are we producing? Right. Let's take a look at the fighters of the Imperial Japanese Army. Yeah, we do have a large amount of these ready. Okay, what's the armament of this? Just the 2 machine guns. Fairly light armament. I do need something with a heavier armament if we do have it. We do have some Tojos over here. Ki-44s. These are actually rather interesting looking. Okay, now this is actually a much better platform to work with. That's quite nice. How many of these are we producing? Army planes get better as the war progressed due to availability and lack of carriers. That's very bloody true, to be honest. I suppose I am going to have to take a look at my army aircraft and really decide which one I'm going to go for. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tell the planes to upgrade. That's actually really a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the 64th would be our only group of the Ki-43 Bs, IBs. Okay, do not upgrade. Okay, we'll have you upgrade. To zeros would be quite nice. Right, let's see, I can only have you upgrade to a Ki model. Let's take a look then. I do like the look of the aircraft that we just saw, so we could take a look at actually increasing that production. Now, we only have a few of them in Canton, actually. That's interesting. Huge amounts of those bad boys. Okay. What does this actually use then? So... Right, now that's rather interesting that we're running the 3.4 engine. That is rather interesting. Getting rid of the Ki-27 would be nice, that's very true. Let's take a look then. So, we do have a lot of these bad boys. What could we have them upgrade it into then, really? A couple of those in the pool. These Tojos are actually rather remarkable. I do like them. So let's take a look then. So we'll take a look at our production over here. So HA34 is what we're taking a look at. Are we not even producing them? I don't think we're actually producing them. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the actual industry over here. Because I don't think we're actually producing the Tojo. No, we're actually not producing the Tojos. Right, okay. Compared to zeros and find the correct army plane to use, remember you do not need to use the same range as a zero. Yeah, the zero... Well, the carrier planes are always going to have more range due to the fact, obviously, they have a different requirement. So, yeah, I can accept less range for an army plane because at the end of the day, we're going to have it deployed fairly close due to the presence of land-based air bases. Well, land air bases. Okay, so let's see. Aircraft comparison, we'll sort by IGN and IGA. Fighter, fighter. So let's take a look at the A6M2. And we'll take a look at the Tojo. So the Ki-44 Tojo. Now, it seems like this is actually available much later. It seems like these are something of prototypes. Yeah, the guys in China could be a prototype test squadron. That's really interesting. Okay, so the Tojo is a faster aircraft. It's actually a much more advanced aircraft, so it does indeed seem to be a prototype. So, do we have R&D on the Tojo? That's going to be where it's interesting. We have the 2A. Hello there, Sniper. How you doing, my dude? Right. Yeah, so we only have the factory over here, so R&D is some way away here. Right, I mean, that's a very interesting squadron to have, then. I have not had all the time to watch our streams. Could you show us the combat losses on both sides? Yeah, I'll show you just in a moment, as best I can. So the 2A-42... This is actually quite a remarkable aircraft. I'm actually quite impressed. Right, let's take a look at the Ki-27. Let's take a look at the upgrade path. Right. New bombers too, that's true. Look at the Irvin to intercept the Night Raid B-27. The Irvin, is that an army aircraft? Okay. Right. Air production. The 35s. So you have the Ki-48, the Ki-56. Okay, so I think what we need to do then is take a look at the actual armament of the planes. So we'll go back to the aircraft comparison. I wish I could sort by availability, that'd make it a little bit easier. So let's see then. So we have the Ki-43, which we have available now. Just armed with the machine guns. Did the Americans bomb the home island yet? No, they've not reached the home islands as of yet. I'm looking, right, for a cannon. I need cannon more than anything. Right, the two C's are the... Yeah, the IC, I-2A, Oscar 2A. It's got a better armament. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, the fact it can carry two 250-pound bombs is pretty decent. I thought in your R&D. Yeah, that's true. Oh, is that in the R&D? Oh, right, okay. If you make new engines, you could make new planes. That's true. 3A. Yeah, that's quite advanced. I'd love to have a Tojo. Yeah, so this Tojo actually gets a cannon, 2 cannons. That's actually a remarkably well-armed aircraft. Right, okay. Hello there, Lorenzo. How you doing, my dude? Let's take a look at the Night Fighter then. That's a very cool looking aircraft. Could it be under the Navy? No, okay. That's a nice heavy fighter. It does come with a cannon as well, which is quite good. Durability's up there. Right, the Tony actually has some armor, that's interesting. The Ki-61. Obviously, that's some time away. Okay. I think it does go in a rough order of availability. Tony's quite some time away. I actually made a... That's pretty cool. So, Mr. Tactician, what should we go for then in terms of army plane development? Let's see. I'd love to actually see that. If you have that as available as a graph or something, I'd love to see that. That'd be really quite nice. Would definitely make my life a lot easier. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual aircraft that we're producing here. So, size... right... What could I upgrade the Ki-27s into? Because that would be a really good place to start. I don't think I'd upgrade them as of yet. I'd wait until we built up a good stockpile. The other might be reconnaissance in this game. We'll take a look at the moment. Okay, so let's see. Wait, which aircraft is this? This is the 27B. So I could upgrade her to the... Okay, to 27B. Right. It's difficult because I can't obviously upgrade them to naval aircraft. Yeah, this altitude's really low. I don't think that's been helping me out for a while. Probably KI-43 for now. Let's take a look at the KI-43. Oh, it's a night fighter, okay. What's up there, Tuga? How you doing, my dude? Okay. So this one's available right now. That one is to this as well. Let's compare their stats then. So when do we gain the... So that's 43, 44. So the Oscars is what we're looking at for the time being. The Oscar 2 is somewhere away. So let's see, do we decide on the A, B, or C? It's going to take us a long time to actually kick that manufacturing up. So that's going to be rather difficult. Keep in mind I was also trying to conserve resources. That's interesting. Yeah, Right, so this uses the HA-35, which honestly makes it a lot easier than the 34, because we're already producing a good amount of these 35s. Then again, if I'm also increasing my demand on the 35, that could backfire. Anyway, we'll compare the aircraft. So, 308, 308, 305. Armament is what we're interested in. 15 kilogram bombs, absolutely pointless. Right. Let's take a look at the gun value. So the gun value here is quite high. You would also upgrade. The others don't actually upgrade. Okay. So we're going to go for the 1C then, it seems, as obviously that has an upgrade. Put on the left side, C side by side. Yeah, that's very true. I should have been doing that instead of doing it backwards way. Okay. Right. You can send a link to me through message, that'd be really good. So, speed is slightly lower. Cruise speed is the same, endurance is the same. Range, yeah. Okay, climb rate is slightly better here. Durability is the same. Armor's the same. Load's the same. This one does have the higher gun value. In all honesty, I think I'm going to have to go for the guns. So let's go for the KI-43 1C. This is going to be our new darling of the army. I do love this actual look of the plane too. That's really quite cool. So, we need the Nakajima HA-35 Shotweb. I've never heard of Shotweb. What is Shotweb? Right, let's see. If I go over here to plane production, then aircraft production, 1C is a bit better. It's the fact it has that armament, which does make a big difference. Right, Nakajima HA-35. Right, available. Oh, okay, we can see the upgrades here. What do the KI-27s use? I was looking at that information there. Right, let's go over here. Could you tell us what map mod you're using? Yes, I'm using the Sunny Day map mod by ChemKid. Honestly, I don't believe it's available on the forum anymore. I really do need to get around to actually uploading it. I think I linked it somewhere, but obviously that link will be dead. Okay, I'll make a note of actually linking it after the stream then, if that would make you guys happy. Yeah, I'll link it. Don't worry, I keep forgetting, but I will link it. Right, let's see. K27B, let's take a look. View frame. Actually, if I go into the aircraft comparison, that'd be easier. Right. Actually, not. You know what? I keep forgetting sometimes how to actually check these things. Right, engine. $223 engines available. Oh, that's actually the name of the engine then. Okay. See, I just honestly expected it to be I just didn't think it was that, to be honest. So, yeah. Right, that was a little bit confusing then. Okay, we do have an absurd amount of these engines. Okay, oh, and thank you for sending that, that's awesome. Right, let's see. What the heck actually uses this then? Oh, nothing else. Okay, just these claws, right. Okay, well, I'm not going to feel bad about getting rid of that, because we have a shitload of those in reserve, and there's really very little that uses it. So that's decent. So, let's see. Engines. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a pretty large factory there in Tokyo. Yeah, the Claude uses them. I think I'll keep it producing for the time being. How many 35s do I have? So I am producing a good amount of 35s. Yeah, we are producing a lot of 35s. It is the most produced engine for us at the time being. I mean, you can see here, it has increased, which is always a good thing. Available. Right, so we're using 93 there. Oh, here's the ovens. Hey there, Luke, how you doing, my dude? The old and outdated uses that engine. Okay. So what do you guys reckon, then? Do we change over the production of this engine plant? Do we go for the 34 engine? The reason I'm thinking... Let's see... Oh, you watched the archive version. That's good. I'm really glad it actually does upload those. What actually uses the 34 engine? Let's just get an idea then. Actually, let's take a look at the aircraft comparison. So, the Ki-43s... I need to find out what they're going to be using. New Bushido Force Commander. I'll have to have a look at that one. Is that your only one that makes them? Yeah, that's true. Right, let's see. The 34 planning pop-up. Right, so the Tojos, K-49 Helens, 33s. Ah, that's interesting. Wait, the Mitsubishi... Right. Okay, so the Vals use the 33. Go for the one that has the most upgrades. Yeah, that's true. You mix and match armors to airframes, or is it set? So it's pretty much set in stone. This is a hard choice, you know. Really, I really do love the things like this, though. It really does make a difference. Okay. So it's interesting to see that the later Zeros will be using this engine, but these are very far away. And the Vals use this engine. Lots of heavier planes use this engine as well. Apparently the best NFs, what do you mean by NFs? Oh, right. Night fighters? Okay. How about the 32s? Right, yeah, these are for more. Okay. I do like the Tojo, you know. I really do like the Tojo. Does the Tojo actually have any upgrades, though? That's the thing I have to take a look at. So let's see. R&D. So the 34. Right, the Tojo. I do like that. I really do like that plane. But then again, let's see which has the cannon. Okay, so the A Tojo. I mean, that's a decent armament. I mean, it's only machine gun, so I think we need to find out what's going to have... But then again, this is the thing. It's actually a very fast plane in 42. Let's compare to what we'd have in 42 then. Yeah, 320. Okay. So this plane, the Tojo, is actually faster by a considerable amount, actually. Yeah, the max speed's higher, the cruise speed is lower, the endurance is lower, range is much lower, obviously. Altitude is roughly the same, it's barely a difference. The climb speed is almost twice that of the Ka-43. It's like another 33% on that, pretty much. If you lose some 200 claws, you're in big trouble. Yeah. Oh dear. Durability is much higher, the load's much lower. But the gun value is much higher. I do like that. Then it upgrades obviously to the Ki-44B, so let's take a look. 43 is only 2 months apart. Still faster. Cruise speed isn't that much of a difference. Endurance is obviously still lower. Climb rate is actually still much better. Gun value is considerably better. And this baby mounts 2 cannon. That's a big, big difference there. Right. Maneuverability is much lower, but the army aircraft need to be able to kill. I need to take down bombers. You know what? I'm going to go for the Tojo. I really do like the look of the Tojo. So, we are producing some Nakajima HA-34s. So what we'll do then is we'll switch over production from this to the HA-34. So the Tokyo engine to the HA-34s. The Tojos look more like bomber interceptors. That's very true. But in fairness, we will be producing the Ki-43s as well, as we obviously do have the engine production. Right. Yeah, I do think that'd be a good way to go. Hello there, Gerari. I was watching your Twist of Fate series, 1943, One in the West. Why have you stopped it? Honestly, I just got too busy and then I missed out on the series. I will come back to it. The 40mm cannons are super inaccurate. Can we actually see some of that detail? Yeah, I'm just rather impressed by the 40 mils. The speed is a big thing too, like a really considerable thing. I do like that speed. It just makes such a big difference, to be honest. Right. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to remove this production for the time being. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to expand this. So this is in Mabashi. So I'm going to expand the actual production of the 34 slowly but surely. Let's see. We do obviously need to do the R&D. Tojo doesn't have armor. Why not try for the Tony? Let's take a look at the Tony. Okay. Tony, Ki-61. Yeah, the Tony's actually quite a fair way away, to be honest. 43 isn't too far. Just mass-produce Claude, yeah, that's the secret to victory here. Okay. There's actually not much in it between the A and the B. Yeah, these 20mm cannons are probably more doable. Okay, Okay, so we need to... Right, so we're expanding the engine production of the 34. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go for the Oscars and the Tojos. So we have the K-44 2A Tojo. Sold by type. Right. So that is the 2A variant. Yeah, I think this one's a special case. When is the 2A? The 2A is in some time. Yeah, I think the Ki-44 is just... Start building the old engines and build new HA-33s or something. That's a good point, actually. I could use them for the bombers. Let's take a quick look at the bombers. So anyway, we're looking at nearly 43, to be honest. The Tojo is some way away, but to be honest, what we'll do then is we'll start upgrading the production of the 34s. Yeah, look at the Allied planes. Okay, what do you guys reckon? Since we're looking at planes, let's replace the Neil bomber. We've gone down the rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone down the rabbit hole. Okay, let's take a look at... Jesus, that is amazing. And that's in 45. What? I admire that balls. That's some balls there. It's made of wood, isn't it? That's why. Loving it. Okay, I'd like the look of the Sallies. Start stockpiling the engines for the planes R&D, that's very true. So we'll have that stockpile, so the 34 will eventually go ahead. Okay. Sally doesn't have the upgrade. Okay, 48. Alright, level bombers. The swordfish. Right, let's take a look at the Randy. Good aircraft. I'm looking at the army, that's why. There we go. The Bettys seem to be okay. Attributes medium bomb. It's a very interesting aircraft. Looks like a jet-powered one. Where are the H6s? Do they come under reconnaissance? No. Patrol? Right, here's our patrol aircraft. Get the Neil Squadron switch into Betty's. I switch over Betty's to Francis eventually. Okay. Or the Nels. Okay, so we'll go for the Bettys then. So let's take a look at the actual engine production for the Bettys then. We'll go from there. Right. Available. So we're looking at the HA32 then. So we're producing very little of them actually. So engines, we're looking at the is it the Hakajima? Yeah, very low production rate. So let's up the production rate of the Nakajima. I think it's the Nakajima. I can't even bloody remember. God, I've just had everything go in my head today. Right, the 32s. So we'll go with the 32s then. Over here. What do you guys reckon then? Should we change this factory over to the 32s? Okay. Right. We're going to go ahead then and expand the HA32 production. And I think that's probably going to be a good idea then. Okay, so we're going to go and go ahead and do that now. So let's take a look at the frame production then. I'm loving this. I do love to go into this detail. You're making more Ki-47s, 27, sorry, I say switch. Yeah, that's true. Actually, let's see. Val's gonna sink anything smaller than a battleship. So we produce a considerable number of these planes here. Ah, thank you, Lord. Yeah, I finally made it to 5,000 subscribers. Honestly, it's pretty amazing. It's like I spent a long time, especially with YouTube's fucking monarchy, being around the 4,900 mark, and then all of a sudden it's 5,000, and then suddenly it's 5,020. It's like, god damn it. Okay, so let's see here. I don't want to change it over to more A6M20 production because I'm already increasing that. I do have a good amount of zeros being produced right now. I think we do need some extra planes. Once you upgrade the old planes, go into the pool, right? I do believe so. We'll see. Right. We're going to go for the Ki-43s then. Okay, so we're going to go for the 1C then. There we go, so we've upgraded that to the 1C. That's going to take some time to get going. But at least it's going to be a size 24 factory, so that's pretty decent then. Do we remove the Ki-27B completely? What do you guys reckon? It might be a ballsy move. But then again, we do have a considerable amount of them ready and available. Let's actually check on that number. Right, so I'm looking for airframes. Let's see. So by the pool. That's not a huge amount, actually. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend having a second monitor. This is the problem with the Japanese planes. So many options with only a handful of good planes. That's very true. Like, while the Myojo is kind of cool with its 100 kilogram bombs. That's pretty awesome. Okay. To be honest, we do have an absurd amount of Ki-27, so I could always, like, put them into the pool. Do we take them out and push for better fighters? Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. We're also going to go for the Ki-43 1C2 then. There we go. The change has been made. We cannot go back here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start that expansion there too. Awesome. Right, so once we have those available, we'll be able to really push them out there. Let's see. Yeah, we do need better fighters. That's true. Okay, my god, we got caught up in the rabbit hole there. Let's actually see my KI... No, the Nels need to upgrade, don't they? What is my production... airframe production then? Building... Right, the G4. The Barbados decisive campaign. Yeah, that's a really interesting game. I might just do it as a live stream and then we can just do it together. K44 is the best option. To be honest, I could keep these KI-27s and use them for kamikaze. That'd be rather interesting. Right, okay. We're not producing many of these planes here. So let's go ahead then and start to increase that. Hello there, Andy. How you doing, my dude? To be honest, mate, you've missed about 55 minutes of me rambling and us going down these bloody rabbit hole. Okay. We do need a lot of heavy industry for these. But either way, we're going to increase that production then, so we'll double it. Do we remove the Nels and do we just go straight over to the Bettys? I feel like it might be just worth it just to go for the Bettys now. How many Bettys do we actually produce? I mean, it's going to take us some time. Hello there, Daniel. How you doing, my dude? In fairness, we're not producing many Nels anyway. How many do we have in the pool? We have about 51 in the pool. That's actually quite a respectable amount. And thank you again, Sniper. Yeah, it feels good to be at 5,000, finally. It's a much nicer number. Okay. I think we're going to go for the removal of the Nels, to be honest, and then we can change the Nels over. So we'll just quickly check on a Nel squadron, make sure that they can actually upgrade first. That'd probably be a good idea. These other older planes we also need to get rid of. Have you already renamed the ships? I've renamed the task force. I don't believe you can actually rename the ships. I think I was talking about task force in all honesty. But I can rename task force. Might be easier just to do submarine task force in all honesty. Okay, so what do we have here? These are Nels. I'm looking for my Nels. I like your particular voice or tone. I don't really have much in the way of tone. It's pretty flat. Okay. No, I can't even find my Nels. Where are my Nels? Nel has a huge range. That's true. That's true. I can't bloody find them now. It's incredible. I'm looking for them and I can't seem to find them. Oh, there's a G4. G3 Nel is awesome. Okay. Okay, we'll keep the Nels then. We'll keep the Nels for the time being. I'll keep up production of the Nels, probably increase production of the G4s, of the Bettys, basically. Right, so, China. What are we doing in China? So we've had the division, the 40th Division, they've recombined into a full and proper force. They still don't have the reinforcements that they need. They are on their way. They'll be here at some time shortly as the artillery is moving out. Okay, elsewhere we are in a position to absolutely annihilate the Chinese in the field here. We are retreating from here. Okay, we're going to deal with the Chinese forces over here. We have Chinese forces over here. The 38th Division is moving along the coastline to deal with that force there. Let's actually see here. What do we have available in terms of ground forces in Amoy? So, let's take a look at our ground forces. The garrison is actually mightily low. Now, I could move the 102nd Infantry Regiment to Fushao. Only 17,000 troops, actually. That's not too bad. I just need to get the reinforcements there. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to load up the was it the 102nd Regiment? Right, okay. I need to change them to a appropriate command. Okay. Actually, is it their movement mode? Right, so move, let's see if that'll allow them to be moved. Not seeing it right now. Right, it's not docked. Right, I can't dock due to this size. What is the size of the port here? It's actually not too terrible of a port. Right, 24,000 tons. Transport. Actually, amphibious would be the better one. Okay. So I need to keep it about 24,000 tons. $23. Right. Okay, we'll go by the troop capacity. That's probably an easy way. I mean, that's a bloody insane amount there. Huge. $285. Okay, here we go. That's much better. Right, that's much more efficient now. Yeah, these are big ships. Remarkably big ships. Hmm. $3,425. Okay, we can get away with this. There we go. Anyways, you're going to use Yamashita for Singapore capture, that's true. Okay, don't forget to put better commander for Bushido Force if they're led by a captain. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so load troops. Right, not seen them again. Still not seen them. Let's try docking then. No, still not seen them. Okay. Right, so 38th E... No, sorry. 38th E is under 16th Army. Let's put them under 16th Army then. There goes 16th Army. Right, now we can do it. So they need to be in combat mode. Now go select unit, load in unit, verify our load. Okay, well, right, we can't move another task force in there. They'll do fine. So we're going to move the 102nd Regiment along the coastline then so we can actually use them to help deal with the Chinese. Basically, we are hoping to stamp out the Chinese in, obviously, China. By the end of 42, ideally. Right, so we do have the engagement over here. Let's see, 116th is going up against this force here, 23,000 Chinese. I don't know what their assault value is, so I think what we'll do then is we'll go for a deliberate attack again. I don't want to use the tanks, actually. They seem to get mauled, which is rather difficult. What were the blue troops we saw earlier? Frenchmen? Potentially so, but I don't know. I don't know why they're blue. Was it by Singapore? I'm not seeing blue troops at the moment. Right, we do have this infantry battalion over here. We're going to go for the deliberate attack. They should do okay. That's rather brave. And rather foolhardy. Right, let's annihilate these British forces here. Oh, that's obviously artillery. Really damn handy to have. Yeah, I mean, that's tanks and infantry and artillery. That's really nice. New Zealand troops. Okay, that's awesome. And right now in the Philippines, we just won the battle over here. So we need to capture this base over here to the side. This reconnaissance regiment would do a good job of that, but it's going to be then in 2 days. It's only in about a day. So we'll then send them out. Yes, we'll use the armor for that, I believe. Right, 11,000 troops. How many troops do we actually have here, then? A good amount of troops. We actually have a very large amount. Okay, let's head over here for Manila. Once Manila falls, it's going to make everything a lot easier. Right, so I'm going to set the future objective to Manila 2. I mean, Manila is obviously the capital, so that's going to be great. And they can move on Clark's airfield from the north and south. Okay, set all to march. Set all of them to the same objective. Okay, Haroon's going to be moving out there. We do have our forces over here. This is a good amount of troops. Are we still unloading? We do have a little bit more of the Naval Guard to unload. So what we'll do then is we'll move these other forces out here. Is that 16th Naval Guard or was that the second? I think that's like the second part of the Naval Guard. Yeah, the 16th. Okay. Start moving these men to the south. Set all to march. Except obviously these forces here, they need to wait. Set our future objective over here. Okay. So things are going fairly well. There's a lot of troops here. At least a lot of vehicles and a lot of guns. I do need to get them used. We do have a lot of SNLF over here, which is quite nice. What's the garrison requirements actually rather low, so let's see here. Put together a new amphibious task force. Okay, we do have some... Actually, we do have our landing ship over here. This thing is a thing of beauty. Extraordinarily valuable, really. Let's compare it to these other ships. Yeah, her durability is higher. Right, let's put some destroyers in here. And the Sendai. Okay. Some engineers would be good to have. Yeah, we have a lot of capacity here. So I'm going to take the artillery too. We do have their armor too, so we'll take that. Okay. Start loading up those troops. Awesome. So be able to move that artillery out there and make some actual good use of it, really. Righto. Yeah, these are pretty handy, so let's move them elsewhere. I do want to move them closer so we can use them at Changsha. And then on training, let's take a look at the pilots. Ground bombing, yeah, we'll put that up there. Ground attack. Let's just have them in a ground attack role. Let them boost their abilities through actually using them. Okay, can we reach Changsha? It's too far. Okay. We can attack over here too. Okay, so let's use them to attack Nanning then. That'd be a good idea. They're really quite good aircraft. Their pilots aren't really good at that. Ground bombing is definitely more of their thing, so we'll move them to that actual task. Right, so I'm going to move you out then. So I could move you much further. I could almost reach Canton, which is a shame. Can I reach Canton? Yes, I can. Awesome. Right, so we're going to fly from Canton, and we're going to go for the ground pound. At Changsha. Concentrated my bombers, really. Yeah, these guys can be quite handy. Have more nades over there. Right. Pilots. ASW isn't too bad. Ground bombing's obviously where they're much more useful. So yeah, we're going to move these ground bombers. Okay. And by the way, in the case of the Malaya-Singapore campaign, Australians do not have the best moment in particular. Okay, so we're going to start to move these planes, and then I'm going to start to move them towards, like, Changsha. Use a lot of bombers in that area. Okay. Our troops should be marching down here to the south to deal with the Chinese. Or to the north, I should say. Okay, what are we actually dealing with over here? Yeah, there's only 8,000 odd troops. That's absolutely nothing. Bombardment. How's your last day of grade school? Awesome, dude. Well done. Well done, Bear. Congratulations. Okay. Right, around Hawaii. Not too terribly much activity. Let's take a look over here then at Kyushu, Butai, and Bushido. Right, let's see. Leaders. Let's see unassigned and active. Okay, they're not very good, obviously. Right, we do have some good commanders here. Task Force. So who's winning? Declare war on everyone, dangerous Japan, or overpowered monster? We don't want Japanese immigrants stealing our jobs, US. We're winning at the moment, technically. Going on a trip to Europe, going to stop in London from the 8th of June to about the 10th or 11th. Oh, awesome, dude. I do like London. It's a little bit... it's not what I'd call exactly English anymore. It's a little bit of a reputable opinion. Alright, Nagumo. Good commander. Abbing. She's not actually assigned right now. Yeah. Toshio Abe. Aggression's okay. He's not that political, which isn't too bad. Trying to think which should be the best overall commander. So I mean, land, obviously land doesn't matter. Administrative is a big difference over here. Aggression. Yamaguchi. Yeah, Yamaguchi's probably better overall. His inspiration's higher. Navy is the same. Air's the same. He said, yeah, Yamaguchi's actually a very good commander. Okay, so we're going to go for Tamon Yamaguchi as the commander of the Bushido Task Force. Tamon Yamaguchi, you are to be promoted. So you're now commanded by Tamon Yamaguchi. Check on Bushido. Sorry, Kiributai. Nagumo. Nice, these are our Admirals. What do you guys think then? Do we change out the commander of Kiributai? Vice Admiral Nagumo. Yamaguchi commanded the 2nd Carrier Division at Midway, went down with a hero. Let's see. I bought one of those. Don't worry, dude. You'll be able to get this game at some point. Just save up, my friend. Okay. So Nagumo is okay. I wish I could compare leaders. Okay. So we're looking for 64, 76, 62. Yeah, he's actually pretty decent. He's a good naval commander. Yeah, Yamaguchi should command Bushido, and he will. For individual ships, though, that's a different question. Could really disappear down the rabbit hole on this one. That's a good commander. Give Yamaguchi Bushido. Yeah, Yamaguchi has command of Bushido. Okay. So we do have a few new ships in Japan itself, actually, that arrived in Tokyo. These are all the ships that harbor in Tokyo? Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. Honestly, expected a few more. Might have been Kyoto I'm thinking of. These AMCs are actually kind of handy. Conversion. Ooh, it's actually kind of cool. I do have a lot of these bad boys. There we go. Right, I'm going to set your home port elsewhere then. Where are we going to need them? That's the question. I'm currently trying Kaiserreich as the Queen Empire. Germany allied with Russia is now nearly a whole world at war with me. Jesus. Meanwhile, long won this war. That's pretty awesome. You want to convert some ships to AS and AVs. That's very true. AVs could be quite nice. AS is pretty handy too. We'll take a closer look at that one in the future. Right, you know what? I actually think I should move these more over here to like Shanghai and Port Arthur way. I'm going to move them to Shanghai. Right, return to Shanghai. So we'll move 4 destroyers to Shanghai. And there we go. So that's extra 4 destroyers. That could be quite handy. Okay. Now a lot of Kiso classes you can convert to patrol boats. That's a good point, actually. Destroyer tender. Right, Kisos. That's pretty awesome. I think the fact of them being patrol boats could be kind of handy. Which one was the Kiso? Kiso has 4,000 endurance. We could just convert her back if needs be. Gunboat patrol tender. That's interesting. Okay, we'll find more Kisos in the future. ACMs would be quite nice. Okay, we need to go ahead to the next turn. I've been rambling far too long. I've been very unfocused so far, so yeah, we're going to go into the next turn. Apologies about that. I've just been all over, haven't I? Okay, so we got these orders. Okay, let's go into the next turn. Okay. All the 4K ships will have the same upgrade path. You'd think. You'd think. Unless the Kiso wasn't 4K, but I'm sure it was 4K. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, next turn. Isn't this the first time I'm streaming? It is. I just mean first turn. Sorry, next turn. As in, from the last stream. Sorry, I didn't make that one too clear, did I? God, I've done a lot of rambling. Okay, Snapper. Kamikaze. Oh, so I've roughly priced up... Oh, hello. Hit. Lovely jubbly. That's how we like it. I am rather interested to see the fact that they still try to come out of Pearl Harbor. She survived the attack, but she's going to be quite heavily damaged. The thing is, though, each ship that is torpedoed on its way out is much more difficult for the Americans at Pearl Harbor to deal with. Yeah, over an hour into the stream. I've just done a lot of rambling. I'm quite happy about going down the rabbit hole of aircraft upgrades. I'm quite happy about that. Yeah. She might not make it back home, and I do need those actual submarines. They're really great. Okay. Eventually she is going to be hit. Eventually. That's a good amount of nails, actually. Nails and bombers. Sorry, Betty's. That's a good amount. I suppose we could potentially win the Battle of Changsha with these two divisions, but I'd obviously like to send these reinforcements. Yeah, Pearl sends out ships to San Diego for a while after Pearl Harbor attacks us, their shipyards. Yeah, this is it. I mean, the thing is, we're still covering Pearl Harbor quite aggressively. There we go, a few more squads disabled, 35 casualties. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when we're disabling more and more of their squads, that is making it much easier. There you go, 18. 21 over there. I mean, for one plane to be damaged is really very little. Just a single Hawk. Oh, the Hawk was destroyed. Fantastic. No more Hawk. My game have some 2Bs coming out. Yeah, seems likely that they will try to send something out. Some of the American submarine waters are probably out of torpedoes, or at least low on them. I'd imagine they would be low on them at this point. They have taken a lot of shots. Right, there we go. Changsha has been hit continuously, which is what I do, in fact, love. Okay, I could do with basing a few more fighters over here, actually, increasing their altitude. I do have some allied ships just off the coast there. The amount of B-17s is actually increasing, which is rather a unwelcome realization. Right, a few Hudsons there, at least they can't do that much damage. How many torpedoes were needed to be fired to sink a ship? With current 680mm torpedoes, it's one torpedo, one dead carrier. I mean, these torpedoes are freaking huge. I suppose it's like, how many torpedoes would you need? Honestly, you'd only need the one if it hit the right spot. But I'd say as many as you could get in there, really. Right, there we go, shock attack. Yeah, the 13th did take a lot of damage. But I mean, 3 divisions here, they're going to make quick work of these Chinese corps, and we do have the 31st Group Army there. So that's really awesome. I have ACMs as priority and then PB. That's interesting. Yeah, the Chinese are retreating there, but they've taken heavy casualties, which is a good thing. And now, most importantly, this line is now open. So the line from Chengchao to Wushang is now well and truly open, and we can send troops flooding down the rail lines. Okay, so we inflicted almost 10,000 casualties upon the Chinese there. That's a formidable amount of casualties. And they've lost 35 guns. That's a lot, but that is a huge amount of casualties there. Right, there we go. Bombardment attack. Okay, deliberate attack is going ahead. Probably a good thing we didn't go for the shock. Yeah, definitely a good thing we didn't go for the shock attack. Yeah, need reinforcements there. Yep, there we go. We're going to do absolutely fine just over here. I mean, this is a group army headquarters too, which is a good target, and we've annihilated them. Yeah, they're destroyed. So we could carry on towards the base of Wuchao. Yeah, 3,000 casualties inflicted. That's a good amount there. Canton is no longer threatened. Okay, that Indian battalion is absolutely destroyed. Yeah, 308 to 1, that's pretty impressive. Okay, they've surrendered. Fantastic. Completely wiped out. Right, awesome. That's good news. Oh, good, good. A second one arrived just in time, so that's really made that much more likely. Fantastic. We haven't won the battle as of yet, but we should win it. Light casualties, but with this second force there, that's good news. Are they going to attack me at Changsha? That's the thing. Right, bombardment again. I don't know, to be honest, let's see. We could potentially take the forces at Changsha. I'd much rather have reinforcements, and especially now as we have the rail line open, I'd like to just go for the reinforcements. Artillery's on its way towards the outskirts of Changsha. So, I don't know, what do you guys reckon? Could we take the defenders at Changsha? I'm not too confident. I think we would lose a... Whoops. I think we would lose that battle there. Yeah, I don't want to give up my position, really. There we go, awesome. Hell no, don't even try. Oh dear. Okay, there we go, we're finally into the next turn. Alright. So we do have Chinese forces still over here, that's okay. We do have forces on their way, which is superb, they'll deal with them. Right, they remain in position, so they're going to go and shock and bombardment once again. Make sure we can really deal a heavy blow to them. Continue to hold your ground. Right, supplies are getting rather low, which is a difficulty. Right. This artillery is going to take some time to move. Mostly because they're still unpacking. God damn it. Okay. But at least now we can actually move some forces. So what we'll do then is we'll move the 41st Division. We'll have them sent to Xinjiang. I'll have these tank regiments sent out. Well, obviously I can't reach down there. Let's see. Can I have them sent over here? It's going to move to a friendly base. Okay, fair enough. We'll have them move to Wuchang. I wish there was a connecting railroad. That would have been amazing. Right, so we're heading to Wuchang with this armor. Let's move another division. Right. I'm going to move the 15th Division to Wuchang too. So moving 2 divisions are 2 armoured regiments out of Changchao. But we still have a formidable amount of firepower there, which is absolutely awesome. Okay. See, I'd like to see the amount of fortification. I suppose we'd need engineers there, really. Okay. I do have a lot more troops here than I probably should, but it's worth having them. Okay, so there's a lot of cleanup to be done in China. Those troops loaded. Yes, seems so. Right, so cancel the loading of supplies. Let's move these troops over here to Fushao. Okay. We should be unloaded over here and ready to go. So I'm going to cancel unloading those supplies. I want them retained. We need to head back over here mostly because we're eating up all those supplies. That's irritating. They need to stop eating those supplies. So that's a lot of fucking supply. Okay, so we have the SNLF. Where should we move them? Maybe if we had that minimal refuel. Right, unload cargo. Okay, so aboard this, we have a good amount of troops here. Right. Where do you guys reckon we should move these troops then? So we have 3 groups of SNLF, we have some artillery and some engineers. Where should we go? That's the question. We could reinforce over here. We could reinforce over here. The artillery would be very welcome in all honesty. Or we could go potentially for Port Moresby. Sorry, Rabaul and Port Moresby. Though I feel like we should focus more on the Philippines for the time being. We'll have a think about it. I could even use them in China, to be honest. Right. Where do you guys feel these guys, well, these infantry could be put to use? Well, this SNLF. Actually, you know what we're going to do is... Let's see. Rabaul, okay. We're going to put together a task force for Rabaul then. Are you going to get Palembang early to start getting the oil? I'd love to. And to be fair, I do have Yamashiro. Was it Yamashiro? She's around here somewhere. Is she at... Looking for it again. Yeah, there we go. Here she is. Yamashiro and Kitakami. Lots of torpedoes. Okay. Palembang. Okay, we'll go for the oil. So we're going to head over to where we have a lot of ships. In fairness, actually, we'll have Yamashiro head to Hong Kong. She can meet up with Haruna. And from there, from Haruna, well, once we meet up with Haruna, we can have her escort that force into the Dutch East Indies. This would be a formidable target. I don't know if we'd have enough troops, but we could also pick up more troops if needed. Okay. We'll go for 2 deliberate attacks. These reinforcements aren't far away. Right, awesome. And where are your carrier forces up to? Basically, they're under some R&R. They're over here at Truck. Alright, we do have a good amount of fuel here. Okay. Fuel is 100%. Okay. Yeah, more planes here. Right, 4 days. Let's see. Group reinforcement, aircraft replacement pool. Yeah, we are going through our pool of zeros here pretty quickly. Obviously these guys aren't ready. Okay. I think these are just new squadrons. Yeah, they'll be drawn from the pool, so that's not too bad. Okay. Ooh, lots of activity around here. Lots and lots of activity. I-4. Some damage over here. Right, my sub's over here. Let's see. Refuel. Right, so that's Task Force 43. Right, so I'll cancel that meeting. What you need to do then is you need to meet her. And, right, meet then. I think they may need to be at an island, to be fair. So what we'll do then is we'll head for the French frigate Shoal. But then again, that is quite dangerous. Right, we'll head there anyway. I think I'll go for Laysan Island. I mean, we obviously are going to have potential attacks from the forces at Midway Island. But it shouldn't be too bad. I need to make sure we can get these submarines just refueled and rearmed. I don't know if we can rearm them with the actual torpedoes, but it would be superb if we could. Okay, off Australia, we're not seeing much activity. How about off the American coastline? We are seeing some activity over here. There's a destroyer here. Couple of submarines over here. Right, supplies back. Fuel's actually very low. We do need more fuel over that way. I could do with moving some. Are they still unloading? Jesus. And we do have a tanker there. How are these guys taking so long? That's absolutely remarkable. I suppose it's just the hilly terrain, potentially. Right, 25. Not many of them here. 17 in total, but a lot of them are under damage. Well, are actually quite damaged. Okay. Bit low on supplies. We need to figure out where we're being hit from in terms of the B-17s. And then we can use these planes to actually strike back out there. So we do have a good amount of them, and I do need to make use of them. Okay, subtenders only work in ports. Okay, right. Interesting. Okay, 27s. That's a lot of them. You know what? Do we use the Tojos? Remarkably good aircraft. We'll move them along and we might be able to use them to actually deal with the B-17s, or at least have a good attempt at them. Few G3s and G4s. Right, let's put their altitude up. Right, okay, so they need to be in a actual port. That's fair enough then. Right. Ooh. Johnson Island would be rather interesting. Whoops. There's a lot of patrol boats. There's only this force here, but you know what? I think I will go for it. Oh god, no, that's actually no men at all. Okay. Just a base force over here. And we do have a few more troops over here. That's actually quite a decent amount. Supplies are running a little bit low over here too. Need some supplies moved out there. Okay. That'll do it. What happened to the US carriers? He didn't get them in Pearl Harbor strike. No, we've not found them. We saw her last time around Australia, but we've not seen her since. Yeah, I think we're going to try and go for Johnson Island. I have no idea what sort of force would face there. Yeah, this was a bad idea over here. Okay, forces are moving out. Things are in order. Bombardment. Let's move these two brigades. To Xinjiang. Okay. We'll go ahead. Okay. I'd like to apologise as well, guys. It's probably been the least organised stream I've had. I think the sound not working at the start kind of threw me off a little bit, to be honest. Ah, dear. Onwards and upwards. Can only get worse. Right, we've seen a good amount of allied submarines out and about. I mean, they were initially around Japan. Hello, Vinisqualis, that's it. That is a nice hit. Good job there. Good job. Woohoo, she's going down. 4 torpedo hits. And she's definitely gone down. Right, what has Pike found? See, it seems like the Allied submarines have really only found either destroyers or patrol boats recently. They've not had any good luck, and hello, look at that, and we've missed. Okay, that's a shame. I had my hopes up there. 6 torpedoes, god damn it. Yeah, combat animations. I might take a look at it. I forgot what they look like, to be honest. Whew, that was lucky. Exceedingly lucky. Is she actually going to make it out of here alive? And she got hit 4 times by shells, but that's not too bad. She could survive that. Yeah. No, they did really do very well with that torpedo spread. Right, so our infantry regiment has actually reached survivors over here, so we need to crush them and really just keep on moving. Ooh. Oh wow, we actually got a hit. God damn, that'd have been nice if we'd actually had an explosion. I mean, one can dream, but that was nice. I suppose we've had a lot of duds against us, so it comes and goes. But that would have been a really nice kill, taking out a destroyer off the coast there. That'd have been quite the embarrassment for the Americans. Now, I don't believe the Americans or the Allied forces actually know where Kitabutai is. I don't think they have any clue at the moment. I think they can only guess. So there, Rez, how are you doing? The stream's been running just close to 2 hours, actually. That's embarrassing. I don't feel like I've gotten anywhere. That's funny. God, I don't have to ramble. Okay, 95 casualties, that's pretty damn decent. We are starting to have a big impact here. I'm considering, do we change from Changsha to this over here and actually affect that battle? If I win there, that's an extra division that I can move up straight away, which is a considerable amount of firepower. So I think we'll change focus from Changsha. But then again, we're doing a good amount of damage at Changsha. What do you guys reckon then? Should we move targets from Changsha to just the outskirts? The Prince of Wales and the Repulse were sunk some time ago now, a few weeks ago at this moment, I would say. They were sunk last month, really. Oh, Jesus, a wildebeest. I hate those things with a passion. They just always seem to come out of nowhere and hit me. Right, ideally we could start to get a response against the B-17s. I mean, never mind. I mean, we have increased our altitude, which might help out. We also did have some casualties reported there. It was actually quite a bad raid. I could do moving some AA over that way. That'd be really good. We're still flying supplies to Changsha. It's not a huge amount, but it's still something. Right, those forces moving. That's good news. Yeah, I reckon with some air support, we could probably take those 2 calls. Yeah, that is going to surrender or be just completely annihilated. Yeah, the wildebeest, the ancient demons of the South Pacific. One second. As if they weren't all important. Okay, superb. Right, here we go with a deliberate attack. So that's 2 battalions, they should do pretty good. Yeah, they're grinding them down now. Ideally, we can annihilate them. No, they're going to hold us off again, but they are getting close to being defeated here. Yeah, we can take the casualties, they really can't. Right, at least it's only bombardment attacks. I'm so glad that we actually reached Changsha. Right, check on the replacements. You might be able to attack at Changsha. I could if I had more reinforcements, but I don't think I want to take the risk, because that could really turn against me. Right, okay. Aircraft replacement pool. Yeah, we're using a lot of these. It's a good job that we actually produced quite a good number of zeros. Yeah. So, last turn we produced 3 more of them. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but this month we produced 35 so far. Which really does add up. Quite nice, quite nice. I mean, we're producing a lot of these HA-35s. Okay. Right. Change the focus of our air attacks. You don't have the range. Here we go. So just outside here. Gonna unleash hell on them. Random dive bombers over here. Only 3 of them too. Good amount of G4s here. Right, we'll move them closer. Oops, not that far away though. Right, we'll go to, let's see. Hancar would be a good idea, I guess. Good airfield over there. Yeah, enough bomber support and we'll really be able to grind them down. Okay. A few more G4s over there. Not really enough. I might just put those squadrons on training, to be honest. Alright, a few of them in maintenance. Let's see if they can reach the target, which they can, so that's good news. So I can keep them here and they'll be able to do an effective job. And we're really going to be throwing a lot of firepower here. Very happy about that. Alright, then only set up for airfield attack. Right, we'll hit the airbase over here then, perhaps? In all honesty, though, let's see. They do have ground bombing capabilities, but they just don't seem to have the mission for it. Yeah, the G3M2s. What do you guys reckon, Ben? Why is it that we're restricted to this? A little bit confused as to why we can't do that mission. I'm half tempted to disband the squadrons. Half tempted. Oh, they're set to night attack. Oh, they bloody are, aren't they? Well, blow me down. No wonder they weren't hitting shit. I never noticed, you know. I absolutely never noticed. Ah, superb. I'm really happy about that now. So does it make sense? Well, that's something I can look for in the future. I told you this was a learning exercise for me as well. That's awesome. That's a lot more planes we can throw into this now. God help the Chinese forces there. Right, we'll rebase you. The Chinese, they're just not going to know what's hitting them over here. It's going to be absolutely tremendous. And this is something in the region of like 100 odd bombers that we're throwing against them. More than that, really. Okay. Right, they're going to march. To Wuxiao. There we go. Okay, let's dock you. Yeah, you did take some damage. Yeah, get rid of Xiang. Are they the only ships in harbour at Hong Kong? They are indeed. Okay. She's been rearmed anyway. Let's disband the task force and then we'll recombine it later. I just want to make sure that we can get them under repair. Yeah, now they're under repair, I think. Yes, there we go. Jesus, she did get hit quite hard, actually. High priority should be there 24 days. That's actually a formidable amount of damage there. Shipyard. Right, 24 days is the best we can get. Alright, 3 days over here. Very little damage. Right, it's going to take them a couple days then. So that's fine enough. We do have Yamashiro, so that's fine. We just need to repair the flooding damage and then we should be okay. Right, so just waiting for those reinforcements to arrive. I do have the 8th armoured over here, but I don't want to send them in. They'll get butchered. Right, finally reached the Chinese over here. With a good amount of force, too. Not even like a regiment size, but oh well. Let's move a garrison force. Have them just garrison that base. There we go, finally ready. We'll have them all march and recover at Xinjiang, or Xinjiang. That'd be nice. Set all to march. Set all to that operations mode. Then they can rest and recuperate. This armor will go to great use in central China. I just need it in good amounts, really. Where another division is not going to go missed either. Right, some of them are marching out. Ideally, they move pretty quickly. Okay. Break them. Could do with holding that base too. Let's move that to that base over there. Oh, I can't reach it. Okay, fair enough. How long until we reach... Right, have them made ready to move. Right, a couple days and we'll be there. That's not too bad. Right, the first force, the bloody engineers, are going to get wiped out. Fuck. I hate when things move faster than something else. That really does make it bloody difficult to keep it up. Right, we do have some forces in Manila already. At least a decent amount of men, so it's not a complete shit show. There's not that many troops in Manila either. Right, defend. Right, the armoured forces have arrived, so I'm going to send them to take that base. Actually, no, I should just send them straight to Manila. There we go. Okay. Go for a deliberate attack. Should be able to handle them quite easily. Right. Supplies would be really needed there. Then again, they're quite fatigued, so we're going to rest them. Nothing particularly new down here. Okay. Loading complete. Have them sent out. What day in game did you take Hong Kong? It was on the 25th of December, I do believe. The historical date. I mean, we pushed our men too hard, really. Right, send our troops out. Sorry, our ships out. Load those resources. Right, head to Iwaki. Yeah, I took it on the 25th. Not the best result. I would have wanted it earlier, but oh well. Good amount of resources over there. Right, loading. Loading resources here too. They're on their way, and then they can start loading up again. Okay, superb. And over here, yeah, they're going to head out. Ideally to the right port. Okay, superb. Superb. Okay, Feng. Right. I feel confident to move to the next turn, so here we go. I should have landed some more forces of Hushao. So we're going to have the stream end at this turn. I know you guys will be disappointed. To be honest, I rambled for far too long. But I need to go down and... so my little brother can open his birthday present. Don't worry, I'll probably be able to stream tomorrow, more than likely. I need to stream some other games as well. I've been streaming One of the Pacific for just basically... Wow. Not streamed anything else since, to be honest. Right. Right depth charges away. No hits though, and she's out of ASW ammo. That's a lot of submarines in there. Yeah, we're making a big push towards the Philippines, really. I mean, the fact is we're at Manila, and there's only 7,000 odd troops at Manila. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but they're not all going to be main combat. And hello, there we go. That's another hit. Superb. What else do we have here? That's what I'd like to know. But the more ships that we hit, the better. Thanks for the stream, and congrats on 5,000. Thanks, Sniper Man. Really does make mean a lot to me, to be honest. Just got to keep on going with it, really, onwards and upwards. Alright, more B-17s. Damn that range. Right, Pollux escaped. Right. So we're setting ourselves up for more production of the Ki-43s, was it? The 43s or the 44, the 1C variant. Looking forward to that. I mean, that baby is going to actually have some decent... I mean, it's going to have a better armament than what we're using at the moment. So I might do some background changes and get things set up properly. But I will post a link to the actual map mod I'm using. Right, there we go, that's a good amount already. 52 casualties. Should see that stack up. Okay, we're nearing 100 bombers already. That's another 79 casualties. Another 10. No effect. It's going to quickly add up. Right, at least our Oscars and the nades are actually being put to use. Right, no allied losses, that's a shame. I suppose that was a fair amount of Warhawks. What does it mean when a sub bottom is out? Basically it goes to its maximum diving depth, I suppose. Well, it goes to a diving depth. Alright, bottoms out might be just maximum diving depth, I believe. Might be something around that. Right, we lost 3 nades, that's a shame. And here we go. That's a lot more bombers. I think we've exceeded 100 bombers there so far. Inflicted quite a few casualties. Ah, Dauntlesses. Right. That backfired heavily. Yeah, that's going to cost me. Jedi are going to feel that one. And I'm more than likely going to lose those ships. But that's rather interesting to see that we have Dauntlesses out there. Scary too, to be honest, because I've not seen an American response for a long time. So, right. Midway is defended, so we do need to be very careful around there. Those submarine, well, auxiliary submarine tenders are going to be gone for really. That's a shame. Made a bad move there, but at least we'll learn from that. Something's gone down. I'm going to assume it was my auxiliary tenders. No, I think he... I mean, it was only 13. I'm going to just wager that it was the... I don't know. A squadron based at Midway. Yeah. Ooh, hello. That's a nice big ship. Lovely. Nice hit. And again. I love it when they do a follow-up attack. She's going to go down. No, she didn't go down. But that's 2 torpedoes into her, so she's... Oh, God, is that a third? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she definitely goes down. That was 4 torpedoes into her. That was really well done. Bloody hell. Yeah, just look at the difference that made. Ah, it made a huge difference, and our artillery's on its way. Just imagine if a couple more rounds of the air attacks, that's going to do wonders. Right, shock attack over there. Ideally, we can just annihilate them. Right, they're retreating, but we just need to continue to chase them down. We can't allow them to escape and just reform. Right, reinforcements arrived. There we go, 151 to 15. They're going to have a good chime. And we capture it. Banzai! We'll keep chasing them down. Should have gone for an assault, really. Right, there we go, Lusu War Area. Capture. $210 casualties. Okay, we should be able to handle the Americans here, or the Filipinos. Right, the Battle of Manila. So, Asiatic Fleet. We should be able to handle this. I'd like to get more reinforcements in, but we should be able to handle that. Okay, reinforcements have arrived over here. The engineers are actually decent. A deliberate attack should break them, ideally. Right, Changsha. Right, 38th Division has arrived. They should be able to deal with that. Fantastic. Bottom out was when you sit on the seabed. Can be risky. Yeah, that's very true. Need those reinforcements. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. I hope to see you all very soon. Have a great day or evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Goodbye.